She starts off this movie like, please, Lord, send me a man. What? Lily Depp is so fine. She should have a problem finding a man. But a man did find her. A demon man. A demon named Orlok. And it's total bad boy syndrome, dude. She knows he's not good for her, and she has seizures because of it. Then a few years later, she gets married to Nicholas Hoult that describes like, oh, babe, I'm having these nightmares, and please don't go to that creepy old house and sell it to that creepy old man. And Nicholas Hoult goes anyway, like, hey, babe, work is work. I'll be back in a couple of weeks. He asks his bro, Aaron Taylor Johnson, like, hey, can you watch her real quick? She's acting weird and shit. Just, keep an eye on her. His boss was crazy, all naked in a circle with candles and everything. He set this guy up. Like, this fool gets a commission for setting up Orlok with fresh blood. The trip there by itself was crazy. Nobody around for miles and everything. And then just horses with a carriage and no driver shows up. He told the locals, like, yeah, I'm going to visit Orlok real quick. It was like, what? Fuck that guy. After that, he goes to sleep. He pays them for like, hey, man, let me crash here for the night. But then wakes up in the middle of the night to see a topless chick on a horse. Villagers who are like, yeah, we know about vampires, and we eventually find a couple and kill them. So he's acting like he's sleeping until we stab him, and he pops up and throws up blood. Like, oh shit, is that real? I guess vampires are a thing. And then he wakes up in the middle of the night. You're like, oh, was that a dream? Well, he makes it to Dracula's house and he sees a whole bunch of weird shit. Like, alright, dude, that's good enough. Sign the papers. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
You will remain and well rest yourself.
I must object, my lord.
You will obey this my counsel.
But, my lord...
Be a man, Nicholas. You'll be like, hey, I fucking leave it, dude. You're weird as shit. Yeah, like, I got a sick wife I gotta get back home to, dude. I can't be fucking around with you no more. So he's sort of like held captive over there. He's getting his blood sucked. He's like, alright, I'm gonna look for this fool during the day. Open up the casket. This fool pops out all naked, covered with rats. It's like, oh shit, sorry, dude. He was gonna try to strike him with like a pickaxe. But no, he just like swiped it out of his hand, and then you're like, dude, now I really pissed this dude off. Yeah, now he knows he's a vampire. He knows that he's a vampire, and you're like, man, he's gonna be stuck there forever. Not really. I mean, he was in a room with a moat, so he jumped into the water. He got the fuck out of there, right? The river carried him down to like a nun convent, and they nursed him back to health. Orlok, or whatever, Dracula, it's all the same story. Just like that Voyage of the Dementor movie, he has to sleep in his homeland dirt. And all the pirates, the sailors they have on board, like, hey, what the hell is going on here? Ah! He eats a couple of guys, like, while traveling on the boat. Like, probably snacks, but some people actually throw up and get sick and die of the plague as well. And there's like 1,000 rats on this boat, too. He ate everybody on the boat, so then it just, like, crashed in a port. There is a black plague going on, so there's just like bodies in the street and constant funerals, it seems like. He used so many rats in this movie, probably like 10,000 rats. I was thinking it's probably easier to use CGI rats because, right? Like, how you go to be like action thousands of rats? Or PETA would shit themselves if you burned a bunch of rats, dude. Even though, exterminators kill rats every single day. And about chewing the head off a bird, but, that's probably like a candy bird or something. Probably for the actor's sake. And you don't want, have to do multiple takes, then you'll be eating like 10 birds. He was also locked up, and like a prison guard tried to like check him out, like, hey buddy, you okay? Then the guy like throat ripped him with his mouth, something like what he did to that bird. Remember the whole controversy with Terrifier 3? They're like, man, you can't unalive a child. At least Art the Clown had the class to do it, like, off screen. This Olaf character, the mom comes into the room, catches the vampire, and he literally has the girls, like, off the ground, sucking on them until they wither, and throws them aside like they're just like, oh, well, you're all drugged up, bye. So Orlok has like a weird look, like a big old cheech mustache, and they left alone the dad for some reason. At least like Art has all the class to kill the dad in his sleep. Willem Dafoe's the Van Helsing of this story, and he comes up with a plan for Lily Depp. Like, hey, Orlok is like in love with you, and the only way to sort of kill him is, I read that you sort of give in to him, maybe you do it with him a little bit. He gets so infatuated with sucking your blood, he forgets it's daytime, and then he dies. And that's our best hope. Dude, that's bleak. That's very Shakespeare. All endings back in the day were very bleak like this, but I guess she's the sacrifice play. Nicholas Hoult and his crew broke into a graveyard, and then once they uncovered a coffin, staked it in the heart, ended up being that crazy guy from the prison. I guess his whole thing was to serve master by being the decoy. Oops, well, you know, I guess he gave you the good slip. Dafoe sort of knew it, like, alright man, well, I knew this wasn't really going to work, but let's destroy his dirt so he has no sanctuary anyway. Might as well burn the whole place. Now Lily Depp presents herself for Orlok. She gets topless, Orlok shows up, start foreplaying her, like it's sucking on her nipples and such, sucking her blood. And like Dafoe said, he sort of gets carried away with it and goes, oh shit, it's sunlight already? Sucking blood and such, you lose track of time. His eyes bleed and everything, he shrivels up and dies. And it pretty much didn't work out for either of them. So it was the sacrifice play, like Lily Depp had to go and take Orlok with her. It started off with her and it ended with her. I think he might just bought that house just to get to her too. I don't know.